Let's get this party started.
Coverage tight, spotlight on tomorrow. Who you with? Trust, you'll be delighted that you followed. At Phirst Contention, the invention. We debate sports, of course we should mention. What's that? We cover games, we don't play suspensions. We 100, so if your star's missing, we let you know your squad surely gone fishing. We never fish though, no, not our motto. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention.
Phirst Contention, what is going on? Your boy Marvin Banks in the building. You know how we do, sitting back, relaxed, chilling here in the set with my main man, Ty Sosina. Ty, what's going on, bro?
Salutation, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Another show.
Oh, more hot fire.
But before we get things started, let's take another fresh look at this past week and what happened in sports. Ty, what we got for us?
Oh, man. So we had a lot of we had another big player go down in Pittsburgh. So we'll talk about that and how that affects their playoff chances. Philadelphia. I mean, we discussed Chip and what's going on with them, and you discussed the Jets.
Spoiler alert, Chip got his first victory of the year. Congratulations to Chip.
Told you it could happen. And then that massacre that happened in Arizona, we'll touch on that. And then, of course, back out to Carolina because Superman Kaep had something to say about hawking his guns.
We sport on deals, on court.
Well, you know Voice of God is a Steelers fan, so Voice of God, I know you're listening. Please cover your ears. Big Ben goes down with an injury. Fair or foul by the hit by Mark Barron? Safety for the Rams. What do you think, Ty?
It was fair. Okay? Mark Barron, drafted in 2012 out of Alabama, Roll Tide. And so far, if you look at his career, he's stumbled. He's drafted by the Bucks, and now he's for the Rams. He stumbled the same way he stumbled into Big Ben. If you don't think that was an accident, then when Ndamukong Suh kicked homeboy in this grown man region, then that was fair as well.
I'm sorry. If you remember, there was a similar play like that cut short Tom Brady's career and jump-started Matt Cassel's career. That play was foul. No doubt about it. I mean, you took out Big Ben's knees. I know he was crawling for the sack. I mean, he was crawling like it was his last sack on earth.
Mark, he wasn't crawling. My man did not have balance.
He was well, whose fault is that? He need to be working that ladder a little bit more if he doesn't have that much balance.
Well,
that
if
play
he was, he
foul.
would still play for the Bucks.
Yeah, wow. That play was foul. It was foul. He could have took out his whole career. That could have been Big Ben's career. If Big Ben would have landed somewhere differently, that play is foul. I'd rather for someone to hit me up high. Sorry. Foul.
We sport on deals, on court.
You mentioned getting hit. Let's talk about a quarterback who's been hit quite a lot in this previous regime. Ben goes down. Mike Vick comes in, takes over for Roethlisberger. Weird to see him in that too. But the question is, Marv, can we trust
Let's
Michael
enjoy the Michael Vick experience while it lasts. Now listen. Now they're not saying, Michael Vick, come here and save the day. They're coming in and saying, Michael Vick, we need you to do two things. Well, really three things. Do three things right. Number one, and let me get this camera. Number one, hand the ball off to Le'Veon Bell. Number two, pass the ball to Antonio Bryant. And number three, pass the ball to Le'Veon Bell. You cannot go wrong in those three areas. Hand the football off, pass to the other B, and hand it off to the other B.
Antonio, okay. All right. Well, you're wrong, okay?
Wow.
I had this team going to the Super Bowl, but Big Ben played a big part of that. He needs to be able to get the ball to Antonio Brown. Don't forget, last time we saw Vic, besides him getting knocked around in Philadelphia, he was gladly accepting the role of backup.
I don't think he was gladly accepting that role, but I think that's a role that he was just kind of, well.
In New York, he for sure gladly accepted the role as backup to Geno Smith. Okay, so this is someone who's complacent, be in the background. I can't trust him. If you're trying to go to the Super Bowl, if you're trying to win the Super Bowl, you need Big Ben behind center, and you need to get
the Steelers' offense is a Ferrari. It's a Porsche. it's a Benz, a fast class Benz. They're telling Michael Vick, do what you do. Drive that bad boy fast. Do not crash it.
We sport on deals, on court.
With all this being said, can the Steelers still make the playoffs, Ty?
No.
Wow.
Sorry. Like I said, I had them
Wow.
beating the Patriots in the AFC. I had them
Wow.
beating the Packers. But in that division, with what the Bengals are doing, with what potentially the Ravens could potentially do, you got the AFC East and the Bills.
Stop. You just
It's
mentioned
kinda tight.
an 0-3 Ravens team. They're 0-3. There's less than, a 5% chance of the Ravens even making it to the playoffs?
When have the Ravens ever cared about those chances when it came to going to the playoffs? If there's any team that you should be scared of from midseason on, it's the Ravens.
That would be the same team that had Terrell Haloti now. Ed Reed from the year. These are not your, 2000 Ravens to say the least, but hey, it is what it is. I still think they still can make the playoffs. The rest of the AFC is kind of weak. Let's just be frank about it. The AFC is kind of weak. I think they could make it in as another wild card.
We sport on deals, on court.
Let's go back out to NFC East. We know what's going on with Tony Romo. Marv, what's the bigger injury? Who is more important to their team? Roethlisberger to the Steelers or Romo to the Cowboys?
I'm going to have to say Tony Romo, and I'm going to have to say this from a personal side effect. I have Romo on my fantasy football team. Now, listen. Now, granted, from the marvelous drafting skills that I do have, I was able to still draft Cam Newton, who put up big points. But with Romo on the bench and with Dez sidelined as well, the bigger injury has to be Romo. I mean, last year he led the league in QBR. His team made it to the playoffs, got their first victory. Mm-hmm. You can see them as a Super Bowl contender. Bigger injuries definitely has to be Romo, Taiwo.
Blase. Perhaps I'm speaking and I'm taking it kind of personal because I drafted Antonio Brown in one of my leagues, and I'm wondering what's going to happen to his production. Okay, so we just saw the Cowboys run all over the Falcons and get in the end zone 3 times on the ground in just the first half.
Yep.
Okay, so that is a team that can make it, not to mention Dez already was not on the field, okay? So if you can move the ball with Randall, I think you've got what it takes. Now, Marquise Pouncey is not back yet.
Nope.
Bell is back, but if everyone's keen on the run and you got Antonio Brown out there, can Mike Vick make those throws, to Brown and let him be as explosive as he can be? I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. No.
Yes.
He was happy to be a backup to Geno Smith.
Yeah.
That's a man who's not trying. That's a man saying, just give me this check and I'm cool.
Look, he was playing for the Jets, Grant. He was playing for the Jets. It's the Jets.
We sport on deals, on court.
Let's go out to the Meadowlands, where the Jets, they were your surprise after the first couple weeks, right?
Hey, Jets, Jets.
And no, they go down to Chip Kelly and the Eagles. Another one of your boy. Your thoughts? Did the Jets win this, or did the Eagles win it?
The Jets definitely lost this game. The Jets are who we thought they were. As soon as I give them a little bit of credit, as soon as national news gives them a little bit of credit for what they did to Andrew Luck on Monday night, what they going to do? Become the New York Jets and disappoint fans all over the place. Now, granted, they still was in this game, but we'll talk about what Brandon Marshall did. We'll talk about how that is a classic New York Jets play. We'll talk about that, but definitely the Jets lost this game.
Okay, when Brandon Marshall attempted to do what he attempted to do, it was like 24-7, 24-0? That had no impact on the game whatsoever, to be honest. And I said, Chip, I'm giving you 3 more weeks, okay? And so far, Chip Kelly, 1 for 1. Wasn't the offense that we want to see, but they're taking the right
What
steps.
Offense? What offense?
Hey, Darren Sproles.
What offense?
Okay.
Sam Bradford threw for 20 yards. Now, I know I'm exaggerating, but still.
They were able to run the ball. So the bigger question is Ryan Matthews more perfect for this offense than DeMarco Murray? But I'm seeing good things.
We sport on deals, on court.
I still can't believe Brandon Marshall did what he did. Ty, did you see what Brandon Marshall did? Not only, he got those habits while he was playing with Chicago. This is where he got those bad habits from.
Oh, you've been
Ty.
waiting for this.
Yeah, he
You've
got
been waiting
those
for
bad
this.
habits from playing with Chicago. Not only did he catch the ball, but the man tried to lateral it. What is that? That's L2 on the joystick. He tried to do one of those, Ty. And what happens? The Eagles pick it up. The Eagles got the fumble. And what did Brandon Marshall go do? My bad, coach.
Hey,
Won't happen again.
He owned up to it.
My bad, coach. It won't happen again. I can't believe what he did. I can't believe he actually did it. Well, like 13 minutes left in the second quarter.
You say he learned to play with Chicago. You know what? I would prefer to see it with Chicago, obviously, because I saw no effort from the Bears last week up in Seattle. At least Brandon Marshall is trying to make a play. This is what he's trying to do. Da-na-na, da-na. Oh.
Yeah, he's definitely on that not top 10.
But he's trying to make a play so I can acknowledge it. It's just two important things that are missing. I mean, you're already a veteran, but, I mean, you don't have a Super Bowl ring, and most importantly, it didn't work.
The Jets are who we thought they were. As soon as we give them a little headline,
Speak for yourself.
as soon as I give them a little bit of press and a little bit of headlines, what they go do? They go on to be the New York Jets.
Jets 24, respect.
We sport on deals, on court.
Most importantly, Eagles finally get that W. So, I mean, he's in Philadelphia. What does this do for the fans? Is Chip Kelly off the hot seat?
No.
Oh, that was fast.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well.
This is the same city that booed Beyonce, that booed Donovan McNabb with the second overall pick, and most importantly, they booed Santa Claus. So, no, Chip is not off the hot seat. Chip is going to be doing what we doing probably sometime next year. He's going to be sitting back, relaxed, having a little cocktail, probably doing a little commentary. So he's going to be doing what we doing, Ty. So no, Chip is not off the hot seat. But I bet you that an SEC school will want him sometime next year. Maybe Auburn. He'll look real good in an Auburn uniform. War Eagle. Yep, sure did say it. Gus Malzahn might be on the hot seat. Yep, War Eagle.
Okay, all right. That's all fine and dandy. But you know what, Marv? This is a debate show, okay? This is a debate show, so it's on me to let you know when you're wrong. And you're right. You're right. Chip Kelly is heating up. It's heating up. Now, you got the win. You know, like I said, 3 weeks. I'm giving you 3 weeks, so you got to keep it going. Don't forget, when he took over for this team in 2012, they were what? 4-12, 10-6, had a first round, hosting a game in Philadelphia, lost Drew Brees and the Saints. You know,
they don't play outside of the dome very well.
Hey, you know, all the talent was there, so but I'm going to give you some more time, okay? You've got a season. You will not lose your job by the end of the season, I'm thinking. So just get it together. Get it together, you'll be just fine.
So if you don't believe that he's going to be out at the end of the season, do you believe that they're going to make the playoffs?
I think the New York Giants are going to make the playoffs for the East.
We sport on deals, on court.
Well, the East is a little bit down. You got Romo hurt. I read a stat that the second best quarterback in the NFC East, might be Robert Griffin III. Spoiler alert right now with all the quarterbacks that's hurt. Now, would I doubt it? I probably wouldn't, but that kind of makes the most sense. You take Eli Manning out the equation, which other quarterback do you trust right now that's not injured?
So it sounds like you don't think the Eagles can.
Nope.
All right, okay, let's juxtapose this with the Jets.
Nope.
So you don't think any of them make the playoffs?
I don't think nobody from the NFC East makes the playoffs this year. They just going to just cancel out.
What about the AFC East of the Jets? You know, the team that they just beat. What does that do to their playoff chances?
I think it increases their playoff chances. I was just playing about the NFC East. I think the Cowboys will come back and win that division. But I still think the Jets are going to win. I think they could fight their way into another wild card spot. They have to probably beat out Buffalo, but I think they have maybe just a little bit better offense than Buffalo has. You know, even though Tyrod Taylor's playing like a crazy man, but we'll see. I think they have a better shot of making it to the playoffs than the Eagles do.
That remains to be seen.
Exactly so.
We sport on deals, on court.
Well, Ty, we know one team that doesn't have to worry about getting to the playoffs, and that's the Arizona Cardinals. Did you? No! Did you see what they did to? See what they did to the 49ers this past weekend? What was more surprising, the Cardinals or Kaepernick?
The Cardinals were so good. What is Kaepernick, man? What happened to the man who took over this team and looked like he elevated them from what Alex Smith was doing and got them to the Super Bowl within a play of winning the Lombardi Trophy? Kaepernick, who was lighting it up with Vernon Davis. Kaepernick, who was lining it up with Crabtree at one point. And now he can't catch, but he's showing that he can do what he can do out in Oakland, a team that should have drafted him in the first place. But it's Kaepernick. I don't know what's happening to this man. He's just not evolving. He's got that same throw. There's no touch. The biggest surprise is Colin Kaepernick. I'm disappointed. It's just disappointing. I'm disappointed.
The biggest surprise is the Cardinals, because what they're out here smacking folks left. I didn't think Carson Palmer was going to come back and have that team floating on all cylinders like that. I mean, they're literally out here smacking. Did you look? One point in time, Kaepernick had more interceptions than completions.
Jesus.
Let's think about that for one more second. He had more interceptions than completions, and after the demolishing that they put on the Bears, it's definitely the Cardinals. Definitely the Cardinals.
You had to throw that in, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of did. Chicago slander.
Okay. Well,
yes.
moving right along.
We sport on deals, on court.
It was all good a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
For Kaep and the 49ers. Week 1, huge victory over the Minnesota
Hide your horns.
Vikings. Where did those 49ers go, Marvin?
Well, they played the Vikings week 1.
Oh, shade.
Inspired football. Monday night, last game, they came out geeked. You see Ohio State's Carlos Hyde with circle button, juke moves out of nowhere. And I think that was probably the last juke move that we'll probably see from the rest of the 49ers the rest of this week, because what the Cardinals did to them in week 3, that's illegal in at least 25 different states. And like a felony, at least like 15 of them. I mean, somebody call defense, because they out here smacking these little kids around. I mean, it's not even funny.
I'll tell you where they went. They went to Pittsburgh, and then they went to Arizona. So I believe what we may be looking at is a team that is only good at home in front of its fans, okay? So let me see one more home game, and we'll see what it looks like. It seemed like it was so long ago.
Do you know who they play for the next home game?
Enlighten me, sir.
Oh, yeah. That bad man, Aaron Rodgers, goes out to Candlestick.
Ooh, if there's any chance, Colin, please, if there's any chance for them to stop talking about you, beat him.
Not going to happen.
They've been a thorn in their side. I saw the playoff game. Read option all day.
Not going to happen.
Read option.
We sport on deals, on court.
All jokes aside, what should the 49ers do with Kaepernick? I mean, he's been getting smacked around left and right. What should they do with him moving forward?
It's time to cut ties.
Whoa.
Love you, Kaep. But, I mean, NFL stands for not for long. And you've had some amazing highs, but you've been right here for too long, okay? If we wanted this, would have kept Alex Smith. And we saw what he did last night against the Packers. So, unfortunately, it's time to start looking out for another quarterback.
You know what, Ty? This is a debate show, and I have to put you in your place. But today you are right, sir. You are very right. Cardale Jones, Connor Cook, Jeff Goff, come on down, because you guys might look very good in a 49ers uniform next year. Maybe with Jim Tomsula as head coach? I don't think so. It might be Chip Kelly that might be the new head coach. But we shall see. But like you said, time to cut ties with him, Ty. You know, I can't see the growth. I can't see the improvement. I don't know where they can go from.
He throws one ball.
Fastball. One. Fastball. Straight down the middle. Pick 6 as we speak. Another one.
Another one.
We sport on deals, on court.
We're a week past going on the record. Marv, are you willing to change your Super Bowl pick already?
No, I kind of feel kind of confident. I mean, the Patriots did what I thought the Patriots were going to do to the Jags. Aaron Rodgers did what I thought he was going to do to Alex Smith. I'm kind of just sitting back relaxing right now. I'm kind of happy with my Super Bowl picks. Packers, Patriots, Packers with the victory. Super Bowl 50.
All right, Super Bowl 50. I had Pittsburgh and Green Bay, and after what happened, it wasn't necessarily a mistake because I need an asterisk. Okay, if Big Ben's down for these 4 to 6 weeks, and Mike Vick does what I think he's gonna do, Steelers, you may not make the playoffs. Unfortunately, this depends on what the Ravens do. You better hope the Ravens slump and they don't get on a hot streak because you need that second spot. Because to be honest, I mean, we all know the Bengals are going to get to the playoffs. We know they're going to get there. Will they do something?
That's
that
another story.
That's for a different show.
True.
But I'm ready to change. I'm about to hop on the revenge tour with the Patriots.
Hey, man, that revenge tour is coming to a city near you right now as we speak because they're smacking teams left to
Brady,
right.
if you really want to get back at everyone who hated on you, if you really want to get back against Roger Goodell, you win this Super Bowl, and then you hook up with Drake, who likes nothing but winners, and shoot a back-to-back remix video.
Yeah, but Drake is also the curse. Serena, UK, some other things that happened. Don't know if you really want to hook up with Drake.
We sport on deals, on court.
I'm going to need some reputable sources for the next one because it's coming from Cam Newton and the most famous ref in the NFL, Ed Hockley. Cam said that Ed said some things that didn't really sit too well with him. So who do you believe? Do you believe Cam Newton or do you believe Ed Hockley?
See, coming from my position, I am supposed to believe a fellow African-American male. At least give him the benefit of the doubt.
Went there.
But when you're going up against the man, the myth, the legend of Ed Hockley, I don't want any of those problems whatsoever. I'm not going against Ed. Have you seen his biceps? I mean, my man is jacked up. Man, they need to check him for like steroids or something. I'm not betting against Ed Hockley at all. I'm going to have to go with him and not disrespect the Cam like that.
Cam, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. You know what? Because you see how much Cam gets battered and bruised in this league. My man's taking hits for. If there's one person who should be the spokesman for Black Lives Matter, it should be Cam Newton. You gotta translate it to the football field because my man Cam is getting punched. You know what I'm saying? Ed, much respect, but Cam's getting smacked around. You know, and if he don't speak up for himself, who is gonna speak up for him?
Well, let us speak up for him for not having no offensive weapons. You name his number one receiver right now, Ty.
But if he takes a hit, what's that got to do with it?
You name his offensive receivers, Ty.
That's like bringing black-on-black crime into the equation, okay? That's not what we're talking about right now.
If he had superstar players.
You're deflecting. You're deflecting.
Yes,
when he gets smacked and is after the whistle.
Yes, I am. I sure am deflecting.
We sport on deals, on court.
If he was a superstar like Tom Brady, maybe he'd get that call. But he's Cam. He's won one playoff game. He's been to a couple of Pro Bowls. But if he's a superstar like Tom, like Peyton, like Breeze, he gets that call. But since he's not of that upper echelon type of quarterback, he doesn't get that call, Ty. He just doesn't. Sorry.
Well, it's obvious. He is a superstar, quote unquote. The biggest issue was Hawk said you're just not old enough, right? I believe that's what he said. You're not old enough, and he isn't. You know, you see Drew Brees get smacked on the helmet. It's a flag. But like I said, man, he deserves it. You know, of course, superstar quarterbacks get the notion, but I mean, poor Cam. You know, the two quarterbacks who have taken the biggest hits the past few years is Cam Newton and Andrew Luck. Both don't have offensive lines, but if it's after the whistle, show them some love, man. Throw the flag. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
True. Well, I mean, it is what it is.
We sport on deals, on court.
You mentioned Cam Newton winning a playoff game. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we keep doing this either or for the playoffs, okay? Because Cam Newton and the Panthers 3-0. Andy Dalton and the Bengals 3-0. Who do you trust in the playoffs?
What did you say?
I said, who do you trust in the playoffs?
No, but what did you say about Cam? You said he has a playoff victory. So that means
yes, he does.
He's elevated in my book because Andy Dalton, he has 3 opportunities. He has not won a playoff game. So I think that I trust Cam. I trust, Cam, Superman Cam more than I trust we all know what the Bengals are in the regular season. Everybody knows who they are. It's when they get to the postseason, things it gets a little tight around the collar when things start to heat up around that postseason.
You done?
Yes.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You mentioned Cam's victory. Let's not forget that it was against who? Ryan Lindley, John Skelton, Max, whichever Arizona quarterback it was. Okay. Let's not forget that. Okay. Believe it or not, I'm going with Andy Dalton, okay?
Voice of God, do you hear this?
Hey, I'm going on the record. We've seen some good things these first 3 weeks, and I mean, Marv, you're quick to throw some shade. Don't forget, I believe it was you who said that Andy Dalton would have his first playoff victory last year.
Look,
that was you, wasn't it?
As I know people are watching this and watching the rerun clip, yes, I did say that last year. But let me say this. I learned the error of my ways, and I have come back to reality to say, Andy Dalton, you disappointed me. Because the year before, I picked the upset, and San Diego beat them in the playoffs the year before. And I thought they was going to do it last year. But you know what? I got a little bit above, kind of had to calm things down, and I see with a better vision now. Like Visine. I have Visine, so I can see with a better vision.
You already said Cam ain't got no receivers.
He doesn't.
He has no line.
He doesn't.
I mean, Dalton has A.J. Green. He has 2 running backs. He has a defense. Cam's got a defense, but...
And he still does have a playoff win. Yeah. He still has 0.
Cam Newton will not face second, third, and fourth stringers in the playoffs for the rest of his
He's
life.
still facing elite defense last year.
Okay, you can only go so far without a quarterback. And, I mean, those don't even count as quarterbacks.
The Ravens won a Super Bowl without one.
Joe Flacco had one of the most amazing playoff runs that we've ever seen.
The 2000 Ravens.
Oh, the 2000. Well, that was an elite defense. Cam does not have elite defense. The Cardinals weren't an elite defense. And
hey, Cam, I trust Cam better than Dalton.
Red Rocket.
I'm
Red Rifle.
I'm going to run with the black man.
We sport on deals, on court.
So you know how we like to look at things. And when a house is burning, what do we normally like to do? Add more fuel to the fire. Ty, is this the dumbest play you have ever seen in your entire life?
B. Marshall, so much love, so many memories in Chicago. But no, and I don't even have to go back that far. The dumbest play I have seen occurred in the Super Bowl. Throwing a slant on the 1-yard line to who? Who did he throw the ball to?
I don't even know. If you have a receiver named Ricardo, look, camera please. If you have a receiver named Ricardo, you never do you throw him the football.
All types of negatives.
Not never. In a regular season, in a preseason, in the postseason, in an outdoor, in a peewee, you'll never throw it to nobody named Ricardo. And they threw it to Ricardo. You know what, Ty? I was gonna say the butt fumble, but since you brought up this play, and just because it was the Jets, I was gonna bring up the butt fumble. But since you brought this up, you're right, because they had Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line. They gonna throw a slant to a man named Ricardo. You know what?
Lynch just in the backfield like, bro, I was here the whole time.
Well, really, he really was. But you know what? They're gonna throw. You know what happened? They went to that audible section. You know how you press X on the PlayStation?
Man, even the PlayStation won't let you do that. If you try to audible on a PlayStation, John Madden would be like, dive.
Power, dive.
Honorable mention to the butt fumble, which did happen in the Meadowlands as well, but dive.
So, really, you know what? I'm lost for words. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I usually am.
Oh, wow. Not on that one. But
We sport on deals, on court.
Well, folks, that's all we got this week for Phirst Contention. Man, we appreciate you for chilling, kicking it with us. Thanks to the viewership. But don't forget, like the video, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. While you're at it, subscribe to the YouTube channel station. It's both.
Same
do both
thing.
of them.
Yeah, please do. For Voice of God back there in the studio, I'm Marvin Banks. For Sosina, signing off.
Trey's up.
Ride with Phirst Contention, that's full throttle in. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Phirst Contention. We sport on deals, on court, on fields. The victors, the vengeance, the legends, latest invention. Game face grit, like born for playoffs. Say it all in small time like payoffs.